Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
And the Westview Warriors go to 25-3 on the year. Troy Neely wins his second state championship.
Hostetler. Oh, tough move by Scott Hostetler. Bounce pass to Rensberger. And he puts it in off the glass. Now he'll pump it up from the left side and hit. We'll get the trap. That's trouble when you find Yoder that wide open.
Eight and 3.
And welcome back to Central Noble High School in Albion, Indiana, where we're getting set for Game 2 of tonight's quarterfinal action. The Central Noble girls defeated the Westview Lady Warriors by a score of 50-40 in tonight's first game, after the Lady Warriors were defeated very soundly last month on the 8th of December, 71-43. So good comeback by the Lady Warriors in that latter stages of that ball game, especially in the fourth quarter, but they couldn't quite get over the hump, and Central Noble remains undefeated and goes to 17-0 on the season. So we're getting ready for boys action tonight. Good to have you aboard. Westview comes in at 9-4 and Central Noble at 8-3. And as we mentioned last night, these records do not count in their conference record, but Central Noble does have a 4-1 conference mark, and of course Westview undefeated in the conference. And what are we, Jamie, 6-0 now? You know,
that's a good question.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I thought I had it on my score sheet, but I guess I don't. I know we're undefeated. We haven't been defeated by any conference.
I'll look it up
team
while you're
finishing
that.
Anyway, tonight's boys game is brought to you by the Blue Gate Restaurant in Shipshewana, also by Mike's Automotive Service in Topeka, by May Funeral Home in LaGrange, and Height Auto Body, also in LaGrange, by Topeka Do It Best Hardware, as well as Topeka Pharmacy. Also by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, by Weaver Furniture in Shipshewana, also by Jerry Standard in Middlebury, also by the Hometown Treasure and Yoder Insurance in Shipshewana, by Quality Floor in Topeka, and by Frontline Autotech in Shipshewana. Also in Shipshewana, Yoder's Shipshewana Hardware and Troyer Saddlery. And our halftime trivia contest is brought to you by Shipshe Pizza. Our individual sponsors are Dan and Dawn Byler, John and Leslie Cook, Tim and Donna Height, Jerry and Fran Hostetler, Josiah and Candace Parker, Jim and Liz Stump, Tim and Kim Taylor, and Roger and Esther Winger. Also our tournament sponsors tonight are Ace Hardware in Topeka, Middlebury Produce, Topeka New Holland, Alpha Building Center, Lake City Bank, Save a Lot in Topeka, and by Topeka Seed and Stove. Well, Jamie, back at it tonight. Central Noble, as I mentioned, we defeated them pretty soundly last month, but tonight's a different night.
Central Noble is quite the contrast from some of the teams we've played in the past. If you like to see a lot of shots and a lot of quick shots and three-pointers, tonight is your night. because they have really revved up, even from when we played them earlier in the year, they have really revved up their rate of shots, and it seems to be a strategy instead of just random. And so tonight they are, for the season, they're averaging nearly 70 points a game, just a half a point under. And in recent games, they've hit the 107 mark, 98, 84. So they really like to score the basketball.
Well, I know you mentioned earlier that they had scored like 107 or 4 against Hamilton, I know. And
that's right, 107, and then last night against Hamilton, 84. They had 98 against West Noble. Now, some of the other teams, DeKalb, they lost to DeKalb and scored 55. So without scouting every game they've played, my hunch is that with their style, it's a little erratic. If you're on, you're going to have a great game. If you're off, you don't have much else to turn to.
Right.
So
and we only allowed, is it 48, 43,
46.
46
yeah,
the
it was
last
71 to 46 the last time we played. And according to the coach, they have, they shot a lot of quick shots that game, which I thought was unusual, but they've actually increased that pace since that time. So I looked it up, we are 5-0 in the conference.
5-0.
Right now. We are 5-0. Fairfield's 4-0. Central Noble 4-1. Angola is 3-2, and Prairie Heights, maybe the surprise team, is 4-2. They're in 4th place. So we know that Angola beat Fairfield last night, and so Angola tonight is playing, looks like at Cherubusco. Prairie Heights and Fremont are playing at Prairie Heights. And we play here, and then Lakeland is at home against West Noble. They just played last week, and I think West Noble won that by 2.
So that could be a pretty good ball game.
It should be, yes. It was West Noble 52 to Lakeland 50. So rematch back at Lakeland, and then we play if we fortunate enough to win, we play the winner of that game on Friday, right back here, I believe.
Lakeland or West Noble?
Yes, Lakeland or West
Noble.
Noble.
Yeah, it should be. Well, it will be here because that's been determined now with Central Noble's girls win in the first game here tonight. So we'll be right back here on Friday night if our Warriors can defeat the Central Noble Cougars in this game coming up. Good to have you along tonight. Once again, the girls were losers to the Central Noble Lady Cougars by a score of 50-40. We'll be back with more from Central Noble High School right after this 30-second timeout.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists, so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
And we're back at Central Noble. Jamie had a chance to talk to Coach Yoder earlier tonight, and we're going to go to that interview right now with Coach Yoder in the locker room.
This is Jamie Miller with Laguana Media in the locker room with Coach Rob Yoder before our second round matchup against Central Noble. And Coach, you played Central Noble a few weeks back, and we beat them by 25. What do we need to do in tonight's game? Maybe that we didn't do so well in the first game, or some of the keys to tonight?
I think that maybe the biggest key is for us defensively that we got to really do a good job of guarding out on the perimeter, because they've become a lot more aggressive even than when we played them about shooting the ball, and it is nothing for them to shoot up 20, 25 threes and a half. And so we have to be really good because they are playing fast, and we are going to have to transition defense quickly and not give up open looks, because they are shooting the ball as quickly from as many spots as anybody we've played probably in years.
Now, I guess going backwards a little bit, last night seemed like you got a good flow with getting everybody in there, and you came out fast and you stayed on top of them. What did you like from some of the guys that come in that don't play a lot? What did you like that you saw from them?
Well, I think most importantly with any young guys that haven't been up before is that first you got to hold your own on the defensive end, because no matter how good you are on offense, if you are giving up buckets and fouling and making it real easy for them, it's going to be hard to win. And so first you got to play well on the defensive end, and I think our kids are getting tougher and realizing how important it is. And so the guys that are growing, those sophomores and some young guys that haven't played a lot, I think that they're getting better in that area first. And then if you play without turning it over, eventually the shots will start coming that you and your teammates can make. So I think that our young guys are growing and maturing into good, solid basketball players, and it takes time, it takes a lot of practice and repetition, but you can definitely see improvement in those kids.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time. Good luck tonight. And we'll be back to Central Noble High School right after this with our keys to the game.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
All right, back at Central Noble High School, just about 3 minutes before we have the introduction of the starting lineups. And some of the keys to the game tonight, the coach alluded to it in the first part of the interview, and that is great initial defense on the perimeter. Now, Central Noble has a really quick trigger, and they have a couple of guys in particular that like to take most of the shots, and that's, well, now I forgot their names. Zolman is one of them, and freshman is the other one. He is,
Asigium?
Yes.
Yeah, Connor.
And so he is the other one that has, those are the primary shooters, and the other guys do shoot a little bit, but they will shoot the most. And so we need to have great perimeter defense early so they don't get easy looks. You know, if they're going to shoot it from 25, 26 feet, great, go ahead. But we don't want them wide open from the line. Number two, we need to block out every spot on the floor. If they're shooting 20 or 25 threes and a half, at the minimum, that's a lot of long rebounds. And so we need to block out, because long rebounds are unpredictable and they could go to any spot on the floor. And number three, we want to dominate the middle of the floor on offense. I think we have some advantages down in the paint with Nick and the way we run our offense, and also driving the ball to the basket. And I think that is going to be really important for us on offense. Don't get caught up in the three-point game that Central Noble likes to shoot. We'll shoot them if we have them, but take it to the basket, make them play defense, draw fouls, and make layups.
Sounds good, Jamie. And of course, Central Noble playing on their home court and being defeated by us last month by a very large margin. I'm sure they've got revenge on their mind here tonight.
Well, it's, I almost think that they have an eye, the style they're playing now, which is unusual. You can do it with certain kinds of talent, but it's kind of an eye towards sectional. Like maybe they think that's their only shot. If they can have enough shooters and they can get hot on the right night, maybe they can upset some of the favorites in sectional. So that's my hunch, that they don't play this, not going to play this way every year, but they will this year, and as long as they have the shooters like that. So we will be interesting to see how it plays out here tonight. I would guess our defense is going to limit some of their quick shooting. They played Hamilton twice, West Noble. All those teams are giving up over 70 points a game on the year, and so they don't have a good philosophy to begin with.
So we're going to pause now for our national anthem. Okay, we'll get set for the starting lineups here, and we'll.
One interesting observation. I think our crowd is outsized tonight, which is pretty rare even on the road.
Well, I tell you, Jamie, they had a good turnout for the girls' game.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it. The girls are ranked #1 and off a state title.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked by our turnout tonight, but it was pretty nasty coming down here with the snow.
Yeah, they have a little more down here than we had just 30 minutes north.
Charlie Yoder gets a start tonight, of course. Elijah Hales, Drew Litweiler back in the starting lineup, Josh Hostetler, and of course Nick Rensberger rounds out the starting lineup for the Warriors. And now the Central Noble Cougars. Central Noble under third-year head coach John Bodie, 35-27. He's 103 wins and 109 losses in his career. First guy out is Nick Allwine, a 6'3 senior. Number 5, Lucas Duck, a 6'1 junior. Number 10 is Connor Asigian, the freshman, 6'2. Sawyer Yoder, a 6'4 sophomore. And rounding out the starting lineup for Central Noble will be Ridley Zolman, their leading scorer, 6' senior.
Well, one of the things I'll be looking at early on is how does Central Noble shoot it against our defense? You know, there's some of the teams they've played aren't known for defense, and they're going to give up pretty much anything that Central Noble wants. And we certainly will not. And I'm interested to see how we play them and who's on what player. Looks like we'll probably have Elijah on Zolman to start out with.
The Yoders will go up center court. Sawyer Yoder for Central Noble and Charlie Yoder for the Warriors to begin this ball game. Good to have you along. Second game of the evening. Once again, the Lady Warriors were defeated by the Lady Cougars in the first game here tonight, 50-40. The winner of this contest will play the winner of the Lakeland West Noble game. And that will be played right here at Central Noble High School on Friday evening. Tip is controlled by the Warriors. Hales with it, drives it and gives off to Josh Hostetler. The bounce pass at the free throw line to Rensberger. Reverse layup by Josh is good.
And that's exactly what we want. We want to dominate that area of the floor.
With it out front is Deck. He'll put it up from just beyond the free throw line. It's an air ball and couldn't be saved inbounds by Nick Allwine, so it'll be Westview ball underneath the Central Noble basket. Nick Rensberger will trigger it in for the Warriors.
You know, the last two times we've played Central Noble, we've beaten them by somewhere over 40 and 25. So no doubt they're fired up to play this game. Sometimes you can almost be too fired up.
Hales hits his layup, and he'll get a chance for a free throw. And it looks like he took one in the back of the head as he comes out of there rubbing the back of it.
Yeah, the only thing worse than that is getting hit in the top of the head with an elbow.
Oh, yeah, that. Ooh. Know exactly what you mean.
You get one of those, you don't forget it, do you?
Yeah, no, you don't. Elijah's shot. Oh, it almost sat on the back of the rim, but it falls off. Sawyer Yoder brings it down, lobs it inside, and the shot's up and good by Asigian. 4-2 Westview. Just about a minute into this game. Long three by Charlie's no good, and the long rebound comes out, and we have a foul's going to be called on Westview. And I think, was that the big guy?
Yeah, I watched that whole play unfold. It was very ticky-tack at best. He created separation to get the rebound, but it was no more than going after the ball normally.
So a foul on Nick Rensberger, his first, team first. With the ball is Asigian. He'll bring it out front now to Deck. Deck goes right side to Yoder. Across court it to Asigian. Back to Yoder. He drives it into the lane, and we have a 3-second violation.
I believe. Well, he's running over.
No,
call
it's
a foul.
And that's going to go against Zolman, his first.
That was the same referee that called a foul on Nick, so we'll keep an eye on that developing situation.
Yoder to Hostetler, to Hales, to Rensberger, and he lays it in. 6-2, Warriors by 4. With the ball is Allwine. He'll get it into the hands of Deck. Deck goes right side to Zolman. Sawyer Yoder with a 3. In and out, no good. The long rebound comes down to Zolman. Deck gets it inside, and a reverse layup is good by Deck. Hostetler out front to Rensberger. They'll swing it around to Litweiler, who hits Josh coming into the lane and put it up. Can't get it to go. And the rebound's pulled down by Allwine. Deck now goes right side to Yoder. Yoder takes it into the paint, puts it up, misses off the glass. Chased down by Asigian, loose on the floor, and we're going to have a tie-up. So it'll be Westview's ball, or rather Central Noble's ball. Yeah. Ridley Zolman will inbound for the Cougars. Bounce pass comes into Yoder. He'll get it out front to Deck. Deck goes to Allwine. Long 3 by Asigian is good.
Well, that's why you want to convert all your layups. We missed one on the last possession and missed a free throw, and just like that, we're behind.
7-6. Cougars have taken the lead. Shots up, partially blocked, but Hales gets it back, puts it up, and this time he's fouled. So he'll go to the stripe for the second time tonight.
The referee that called that was about 30 feet away from the play, and the guy about 3 feet away didn't say
let
anything.
it go, huh?
So, not meant to be a continuing critique of the referees, just an observation.
Well, we got a bird's eye view up here, so
we do. We can see it better than they can.
Good spot to review them. Hales misses his free throw, second time tonight he's done that. He'll get one more this time. And this one is no good. And Rensberger with the offensive rebound, and the putback is good. 8-7, Westview back on top. Sawyer Yoder can't get it to go from 15 off the left side. Out with his Charlie Yoder. Charlie hands it off to Elijah Hales. He'll go right side to Litweiler. Drew gets it to Hales.
Charlie taking Yoder down on the post. Or 22, yeah, Yoder.
As Charlie hits it from the top of the circle. 11-7. Asigian hands off to Yoder. Yoder takes it into the lane and then pulls it back out to Zolman. Zolman with a 3, and that's no good. And a rebound, Josh Hostetler.
And that's the kind we want them to take. A hand in their face, tough shots.
Charlie down the baseline, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Asigian. He'll go left side to Brose, who's just come into the ball game. Brose gets it to Deck in the corner. He'll work it out front to Yoder. Back to Deck. Deck hands it off to Asigian. Now back to Yoder for 3. Short rebound, Drew Litweiler.
I think our length on the perimeter is bothering them a little bit, getting their shots off so quickly.
Bounce pass inside to Josh. He's double teamed. Gets it out of trouble to Litweiler. Now down low to Charlie. Gets too deep underneath. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Central Noble. It'll be Westview retaining possession.
Charlie got down there in no man's land behind the backboard with 2 guys, and that's a tough spot to be in.
3:42 to go in the first quarter. Westview leads it 11-7. Deck comes to the bench. Coming into the ball game, let's see. 15. That is Carson Capps. Litweiler gets it to Rensberger, now to Yoder. To Hales, loses a handle, goes out of bounds. It's going to be off of Elijah's body, so it'll be Central Noble's ball on the turnover.
Yeah, the way he reacted, it looked like he thought it was off Central Noble.
Jacob Brose gets it to Capps. Capps goes left side to Zolman. Back to Capps out front. Sawyer Yoder cross courts it to Bros. Now left side, it'll go to Esigian. Has it knocked away, regains possession. Gives off to Zolman. Zolman drives on Hales. And Yoder now, it's going to be an offensive foul called on Sawyer Yoder.
He did get the first one. They drove down out of control, but Nick's consistently our best we have at picking up those charges. Or at least being there and getting hit. They don't call it very often, but
I guess he'll be rewarded with a little rest as Dennis Wingard comes in.
yeah, we have an advantage with him on offense down there, but I've been watching him follow his man around screens on the perimeter. It's tiring for a bigger guy like that.
Sure it is. Charlie Yoder takes it left side on the dribble. Now Josh Hostetler. Back to Charlie. Long three is good. Seems real confident and comfortable with that three tonight. Second of the night for Charlie. 14-7, the Warriors have them doubled up at 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Timeout is called. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Do you fret about potential health hazards in your home? Is something eating away at your walls? Stop fretting and do something about it by calling Gold Key Home Inspections. We are a full-service company trained to identify wood-destroying insects, perform mold testing, evaluate the home for radon gas, and do more detailed inspections such as sewer line and thermal imaging. Don't lay awake at night wondering. Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment and leave the worrying to us.
And we're back at Central Noble High School, getting set to resume action after the timeout. I was just looking to see if I had my score sheet from last month's game. And do you have the scoring from our last game with Central Noble, how they did? I thought I had it in there.
Individually?
Yeah.
No, I don't have that.
Esigian gets it right side to Caps.
I know Zolman will not be sad when Elijah graduates.
I'm sure he won't be. There's his second shot of the night. That one does go for Zolman.
Yeah, that's a nice pull-up. And he has a little bit of a quickness advantage on Elijah, and he's long enough to get the shot off. So
shot won't fall for Josh from the baseline. Problem with Zolman, he got poked in the eye that time, but he won't be around next year either because he's a senior. So
that's good.
Yeah,
seems like he's been around forever.
Yeah,
and I'm sure they're thinking the same with Elijah.
I don't know whether he has I think maybe it's a contact issue.
Yeah, Josh missed that shot, and then in going for the rebound, his hands kind of raked down Zolman's face.
So he's trying to get it back together here, but
looks like we're consciously trying to throw it into the post to Elijah, Charlie, and of course Nick, but Josh as well. And I think it's where we have a big advantage and where we need to keep going.
Now the trainer comes over. Westview fans calling. They think that there should be a timeout called or charged to Central Noble.
Yeah, they usually give them a little leeway, but looks like that's what they're doing.
So we're back to action now. We finally had a sub come in. Was it Deck that came back in? Or Bros, maybe?
I don't think it was Deck.
Yeah, he was in. Esigian with his second regular field goal. Central Noble wanted double dribble on that. Hales drives to the basket. Foul was on the floor, so the basket will not count, but Elijah was fouled again. This time it goes against Bros, his first. Drew Litweiler to Charlie Yoder. Charlie, another long three, and this one is short. Bros with the rebound. Minute 35 to go in the first quarter, 14-11 Westview. Yoder gets it to Esigian, and we have a whistle, and a foul's going to be called on Westview, this time on a block. And that's going to go against Dennis Wingard, his first. Jordan Schrock comes in for the Warriors as Josh Hostetler will get a rest.
Esigian, I think, has really shown progress since the first game. He's primarily limited to long-range shooting in that game, but he's really done a nice job of cutting to the basket off curl cuts, and he's just more aggressive overall, I think.
A lot more active down there, yeah. Yoder gets the lob, and he puts it in. Sawyer Yoder, good-looking player last year, and he's improved this year. 1-point ball game, 14-13. Dennis Wingard hits it to Rensberger, now Hales. He'll go left side to Charlie. Fall-away jumper is good. I think Charlie's feeling a little tonight. 2 threes and a regular field goal now for Charlie. 3-point lead for Westview. Miss on the little floater by Asigian, and back come the Warriors. Charlie Yoder with it. Bounce pass to Hales, gives it right back to Charlie, and he travels.
They're really roughing up Elijah down there in the post. The deck that time shoved him all the way out about 15 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, they're rough.
So Elijah needs to
physical.
Spin around on him and get the ball over the top in that case.
Walking it across the timeline is Caps. He'll go left side with it to Deck. Deck out front to Zolman. His long three bounces in and out. Chased down by Wingard, and he hands it off to Charlie with 30 seconds, and Coach Yoder calling for one shot. Warriors by 3, 16-13. Down to 15 seconds now to go in the quarter. Charlie with Sawyer Yoder on him. Takes it left side with 8 seconds. Bounce pass down on the baseline to Hales, back out front. Wingard for 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. Quick putback by Hales is no good. And that will do it for the first quarter of play from Central Noble in the quarterfinals of the boys action of the Northeast Corner Conference Tournament. And our score, Westview 16 and Central Noble 13. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this timeout.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Oh, Busco, yeah. And we're back, ready to start the second quarter. Westview with a 3-point lead, 16-13, and they'll be inbounding to begin the quarter. Dennis Wingard remains in the contest, along with teammates Elijah Hales, Charlie Yoder, Jordan Schrock, and Nick Rensberger. Elijah takes it left side. Jordan Schrock now inside to Charlie. Bounce passes it to Rensberger. Hales makes a move. Fall-away jumper from behind the free throw line. No good, and a putback by Jordan Schrock is no good. And then we have a foul on Central Noble. That will send Jordan to the line.
Well, we've talked repeatedly about offensive rebounding, and that's exactly what Jordan's in there for. He's athletic and just kind of sneaks around out there and gets the loose balls.
Gets his free throw, he'll get another. Yeah, he can really get up in the air. He's listed at 6 feet tall, but he was just on his layups at the beginning warm-ups, he was laying it in. I mean, he could dunk.
He can dunk it about as easy as anybody we have.
Wow. Sawyer Yoder gets it to Caps. Corner to Deck now to Yoder again. Back to Deck. He'll give it to Zolman. Zolman drives it down the lane, and it's knocked away by Jordan Schrock, but it's off the body of Zolman, so it'll be Westview basketball. And shaken up a little bit was Dennis Wingard.
Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Like
Almost looked like he got hit in the top of the head, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. It kind of stings, and it
just makes you, it's one of those injuries that just makes you mad.
Yeah, it does.
And it just takes a while to go away.
Usually wake up with a headache the next day, too. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Westview. It'll be Central Noble ball on the turnover. 18-13, Westview by 5 with 6:55 to go in the first half.
Well, this mirrors a little bit what happened last year. If you remember last year, we defeated Central Noble over here first by a big margin, and then we had to play them again over here. And just, you know, it's not going to go as easy as it did the first time. And there, Central Noble did a smart thing. They isolated Nick with the guy he was guarding, and he's just too quick for Nick and took him to the basket.
Well, that was Carson Capps, his first 2 tonight. Yoder to Wingard, back to Yoder.
Central Noble playing much better defense this quarter.
Yoder knocks it away, but Charlie retrieves it. Gives it to Rensberger. Now Hales goes right side of Schrock, back to Hales. Down low to Hales, and he gets called for traveling. I'm trying to figure out their defense, too. It looks similar to what Eastside maybe was playing, or some team.
It was a little bit of a junk defense there. I can't quite figure it out either.
Yeah, they're collapsing down low, it looks like, but it's kind of a zone, matchup zone, maybe like you said last night. Capps goes right side with it to Zolman. Long 3 in the air. It's off the mark by Esigian. And back come the Warriors. Charlie Yoder gets it to Josh. Wide open for a 3, and nothing but net for Josh from the right side. 5 now for Josh tonight. Runner's no good. And crashing the boards was Lucas Deck. Has it slapped away, but he got fouled in the process. That was on Josh, his first. The team third. Central Noble with 16 fouls. Short by Deck, he'll get 1 more. Once again, the Westview girls were losers to Central Noble tonight by just 10, 50-40.
Yeah, pretty good performance against the #1 team in the state.
Exactly. Deck hits his second, he has 3. 21-16, 5-point ball game, Westview with the lead. Charlie fakes the 3, steps inside the arc, shoots and hits. So he's got 2 threes and 2 regular field goals. 23-16 now. Westview with the lead. Nearing the 5-minute mark to go in the first half. Deck goes to Esigian. He drives, puts it up and in. He is a good-looking freshman.
Well, we gambled on the pass that time and missed it, and that left a wide-open layup.
Esigian, pretty good size for a freshman at 6'2", and he's real quick on that baseline.
Central Noble just seems to pump these freshmen in year after year that just end up starting for 4 years.
Right.
I believe Zolman did.
Yeah, I think so too.
And Yoder played some last year on it. Now they got a CGN, so good for them. We had a few of those a few years ago too.
Yeah, some of them are down there. They're veterans now. Josh Ostetler to Hales. Fall-away jumper is good. 4 now for Elijah, both regular field goals. 25-19, 6-point lead for the Warriors. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ball lost off the body of Zolman, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Westview ball.
Nice job by Elijah that time. Just moving his feet, keeping his hands off, and making Zolman work for it.
Dennis Wingard gets a pass into Charlie, and he'll trot it across the timeline. Bounce pass inside to Hales. Wide open. Dennis Wingard cutting to the basket, puts it in.
I think we're going to try to invert our offense just a little bit. Elijah's such a good passer that let's start him down low and make him defend a little bit different look.
27-19, Westview by 8. 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half of play here. Good to have you along with Westview basketball tonight. We'll take a 30-second break here. We'll be back with more from Central Noble High School right after this.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is capable of performing a wide variety of common home maintenance and remodeling services. We can help you with everything from garbage disposal installation to fixing a leaky faucet. We work in the kitchen, the bathroom, the attic, the garage, and anywhere else that might need attention. With help from Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, you know that you'll be receiving quality work from a fully trained, licensed, and insured professional. Call us today at 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Sawyer Yoder gets set to bring it in. He'll pass it into Carson Capps, and he'll trot it across the timeline. Pick at the top of the circle, and Capps just takes it right in and puts it up and in. 6-point ball game again, Westview, 27-21. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Rensberger, bounce pass down low to Hales. He's double teamed, gets it off to Charlie. Charlie backs it into the corner, then dishes it to Hales. Down to Rensberger, he'll hand off to Charlie. Right side to Wingert. Bounce pass to Charlie on the baseline. Now Josh with the three, and way off the mark. Sawyer Yoder grabs it.
Don't know what happened there. That's rare. He's hit about 6 out of his last 7, I think.
I know. It looked like it almost just got caught on the wrong part of his hand or slipped off or something. And we have a foul's going to be called on Hales as Ridley made a move on the baseline.
Yeah, there's that guy again calling the fouls. I don't know about that one. That's just normal. I see we're taking Nick out. I wonder if it has something to do with on this end, they're taking 15 and really going right at Nick, and they've got a couple baskets off of that.
Yoder tried to tip it in off the inbound pass. Doesn't work, and Westview comes up with it. Hales fakes at the top of the circle. He'll go left side to Josh. Lob inside, stolen away. Now we have a foul. And that's going to go against Westview. I think it was Charlie that picked it up.
I think Josh got it.
Yeah, he did. You're right. Second foul for Josh.
That's about the third entry pass we've had to Charlie that's been tipped or stolen. And I think the length they have on Charlie is making that passing line a little difficult. So we need to.
Well, they've definitely made some adjustments since that game in December. Ridley, long three is way off the mark. Hits the back of the iron. I guess it wasn't that far off, but Westview comes back with it. Josh Ostetler bounces it down on the baseline to Hales. Cross court to Dennis, who's wide open for a three. Won't go. Rebound is pulled down and brought back by Asiji, and he'll go to Zolman. His quick three is no good. Rebound by the freshman, or by Capps rather, and now we have a traveling violation. It'll be a turnover on Central Noble.
Well, you can see the way Central Noble wants to play. When they get it off the turnover or a missed shot, they're out. They got a three on one side, got the rebound, tried another one.
Charlie with it. Calling for help, gives it to Josh. 2:10 to go now in the first half. Hales gets it to Dennis at the free throw line. He just can't get anything to fall tonight. Charlie with the offensive board, and the putback is good.
Yeah, they're leaving him wide open, and he's got to hit that shot.
And now a turnover on Central Noble. It'll be Westview ball at half court, or just about there. Well, we have a foul?
No, I think it was just out of bounds,
Yeah, they're just dropping back on defense.
I think Dennis is just the same as what we saw with Josh a few games ago. He just needs a couple of them to go down and get his
good point.
Get dialed back in, but I think who did we bring in? Oh, Nick came in.
Charlie will inbound this time for the Warriors. He'll get it in to Drew Litweiler. Swing it over to Hales. Now we have an offensive foul called on Charlie. I didn't see it. I knew there was some movement in the lane, but Charlie was probably trying to fight through a screen or what? I don't know.
Well, it's our favorite referee again making that call. I wonder if he just kind of saw a commotion and decided to call a foul, because I didn't see anything specific.
Charlie's first tonight. Now we have a hold again outside. It'll be a 1-and-1 now for Central Noble. And that foul was called against Litweiler. That'll be Drew's first. And that sends Connor Asigi, the 6'2 freshman, to the free throw line. 8-point ball game, Westview leading. Asigi puts the first one in. He leads the team in scoring with 11 so far tonight. Minute 44 to go in the first half. Second one won't go, and Josh Ostetler pulls down the rebound. He'll give it to Charlie Yoder.
Yeah, key minute 30 here. It'd be nice to go in halftime with a double-digit lead, while Central Noble certainly going to try to stop it from happening.
Hales calls out a play, bounce pass, good give and go to Charlie, and misses a shot, gets his own rebound. A putback won't go, but Rensberger with the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Carson Capps.
I think coach is hollering there might have been a foul in there.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been. Hales gets it into Charlie. Right back to Hales. He'll get it to Rensberger. Little jumper from the baseline. Little long, but two red shirts in there. Josh came up with it. Hales down. A wide open shot from 15 is good.
Great effort that time. We needed that to get that back up to 9.
Wide open underneath and a quick basket. Lucas Deck. 31-24. We have it just under a minute to go in this first half. Good feed underneath from Hales to Hostetler. 7 out for Josh. Capps pulls up, gives off to Asigian. Now to Bros, back to Capps. Now Sawyer Yoder. Looks like Jamie, they're going to go for one here.
That would shock me.
Oh, they're not. They were clearing the side for Yoder, and he was fouled as he went in for the layup.
Is that 3 on Josh?
I think so. If that was on him, it is.
Looks like more and more what they're doing is just isolating favorable matchups and trying to get to the basket.
There. They just cleared the side, put Sawyer Yoder one-on-one against who was guarding him?
Josh,
yeah, that's right, because he picked up the foul.
They've done that at least 4, 5, 6 trips now with Deck and Yoder on either Josh or Nick.
Yoder hits his first, he'll get the bonus. Or was that a 2-shot foul?
No, it was 1-on-1.
Okay. 33-25, now 33-26. Westview will bring it up with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Hales directs some traffic, and he'll bring Dennis Wingard out front now. 10 seconds to go in the half. Bros on Wingard. He'll go to Litweiler. Tries to get it inside, throws it into no man's land. Picked up by Bros. And the shot is up too hard, and the putback is up, and it will not count. Quick shot in there by Deck, but he couldn't get it to go in time. Couldn't get it off in time, I should say. So we played 16 minutes of basketball now from Central Noble in the Northeast Corner Conference Boys Contest, quarterfinal style here at Central Noble. And our score at halftime, Westview 33 and Central Noble 26. Jamie will be back with first half stats and scoring right after this timeout.
In a school of only 400 students, thousands gather to watch them play. Welcome to Westview High School, a powerhouse in the middle of a cornfield.
Defense is very important down here.
It's not defense till you block out and go get the ball. It's not a defensive possession completed till you hit your man and one of our guys goes gets the basketball.
With Westview, that's what they want.
Jason Yoder on the miss, advance clears, and we have an offensive foul.
Big key was your defense.
That's been our key all year, and we saw on tape that Paoli hasn't played against the kind of the traps and the pressure that we use all the time, so we felt that we could hurt him with it.
We've got a good following. I don't care if we had a bad year or a good year. It just seems like we have a following. It's just a community. They just stick together.
Up in the midst of Amish country, and that you would see 60 or 70-some buggies at every home game, a strong Amish following, and look at the following they have here today.
You must work for 32 minutes. Make sure we work together. 5-man, we screen, we cut, we keep the ball high, and we pop the ball around. Less dribble, more pass.
Christer in trouble, finds the open man. Randy Miller at the buzzer.
Always play strong from the triple threat position. Wild shots are just like a turnover, and then you got an offensive rebound. Go get it and don't stop until we score. On the line, one step man side, one step ball side, and when that ball fires on a skip or reversal, you are going. Anticipate. Don't wait till the ball's above your head. Move. Be ready.
And now your roster and starting lineup for the Westview Warriors.
Guys, there are a lot of things you can do on a weekend. There isn't one thing that's going to be more fun than stepping out on that floor tonight. Make sure you leave everything on the floor. You play hard. Let's go. Warriors. 1, 2, 3, Warriors. Let's go.
The Westview Warriors, Class 2A state champions. One that's well deserved.
I missed 3 games since 1967. I just like the game. I'd give my left arm if I could play basketball today.
There's nothing in the water here, but there's something in the people, the players, the fans, the band, the whistler. These are the ingredients to a winning tradition and a spectacular view of basketball.
And we're at halftime at Central Noble. And before we go to Jamie with the stats for the first half of this ball game, it's time for our Shipsy Pizza halftime pizza giveaway trivia contest. Shipsy Pizza is located on State Road 5 North in Shipshewana. The winner of tonight's contest will receive a certificate for a free large one-topping pizza from Shipsy Pizza. Please text your answer to the following number, 260-463-6505. That's 260-463-6505. Tonight's Shipsy Pizza trivia question is, what school was the most recent to join the Northeast Corner Conference? Once again, what school was the most recent to join the Northeast Corner Conference? Once again, text your answer to 260-463-6505. Good luck. And now, Jamie, come on in with those stats and scoring.
All right, into 33-26. It was 16-13 after one quarter, so we outscored them 17-13 that quarter. So it's just kind of been a slugfest, not getting ahead of them too far. Let's take a look at Central Noble first. They are led tonight by Connor Asigian, a freshman, with 11 points. Lucas Deck has 5 to match his number. Sawyer Yoder added 4. Ridley Zolman comes in as their leading scorer, was held to 2. And number 5'11" senior Caps has 4 points. So a little pretty good balance for Central Noble, but led by their freshmen. For Westview, Dennis Wingard has 2. Charlie Yoder leads us tonight with 12. Elijah Hales has 6. Jordan Schrock came in and hit 2 free throws for 2 points. Josh Hosteller had a 3 and a couple of 2s. He's got 7. And rounding out our scoring tonight is Nick Rensberger with 4 points. Some of the other stats we see from tonight. Free throws, we started out real slow from the free throw line, 0 for 3 in the first quarter. I think we were 2 for 2 there in the second quarter. We've only hit 3 3-pointers. It looks like we are 3 for 8 from 3. Central Noble is 1 for 5, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Considering they like to shoot 20 to 25 per game. So seems like Central Noble probably knows when they're playing us, shots aren't going to come as easily, and so they need to be judicious in when they shoot them. So rebounding, looks overall we have an 18 to 10 advantage on the boards, and that's where really we should have an advantage. We're bigger, we're longer, we're stronger. They have a little bit of a quickness advantage on the perimeter, and they're taking advantage of that. So it's a contrast in 2 styles, really. I was looking at last year. We talked about when we played them over here last year in the regular season and beat them 60 to 27.
Wow.
And then we had to turn around and come back and do it again, and we beat them 54 to 41. So it was less than half of the margin of victory. And whereas our first game this year was, what was the final?
It was
71-46.
71-41.
So it was 25. Yeah. So really it's kind of trending the same way.
Right.
You know, so far at least, we've beaten them in each quarter by 3 and 4, which is trending to about a 12 to 15 point victory, which would be roughly half of what we beat them for in the first game. So I think Coach is okay with our performance. I think we gave up some easy baskets that let them hang around, or we didn't get back on defense. He's been rotating in, trying to figure out matchups, I believe, and that's throwing off some of our defense. It shouldn't. Everybody ought to know where there should be at all times. And so I think that's probably the point of emphasis, and then finish. We missed a bunch of layups. We missed a few free throws. And, you know, we need to get ahead. We don't want them to get hot.
That's right.
They have no conscience, and if they start, you know, throwing a couple from 25 feet, it'll be a ball game, and we want to get ahead of them, and we want to keep that comfortable distance the rest of the game if we can.
Tell you, they're a well-coached team. I was impressed with Bodie last year, especially. I think that would have been his second year. And he's really building a program over here.
Yeah, he really has. He's a nice coach, nice guy, and he's got talent to work with now, and that makes a big difference too. So they're athletic, they're long, they're quick, and they can shoot it. And
yes,
they're a hard team to guard, you know. Coming into the season and coming into the game, you think Zolman. Well, Yoder can shoot it too, and now you got a Sejan that's leading them in scoring.
Right.
So you need to have a really good team defense, and you need to have 2 or 3 individual defenders that can just shut down their man, and that's tough to do against them.
Some of their past teams, I know they've been real physical. They haven't necessarily been real long, but football-sized players, running backs or linebackers, that were real physical.
They had that last year with that center. I forget his name.
Yeah,
I think he was number 15 or something like that, and he was just real physical. He had a rough matchup against Nick Rensberger a couple of times.
Yeah.
But he was shorter too. He was 6'1" or 6'2", but he played real hard. And
right.
But they're more lean and long this year, definitely.
Halftime score 33-26 Westview, as we're just about ready to resume action for the second half of this ball game.
Another difference between when we played them in sectional last year and beat them 67-28, they did not have Deck.
No, that's true.
He got hurt right before the sectional, and
he's a key. He's still young. He's a junior this year. He was only a sophomore last year, but yeah, that really hurt him, I think, when he went down in the second half of the season.
Yeah, that facilitator to open things up for the shooters really makes a difference. So kind of like Elijah this year, he opens up things for a lot of other people because of his ball handling, and he can post. And so I guess we'll probably start with that emphasis again. That's our advantage. Go to it. Make them stop us, get them in foul trouble, and don't give up easy things on the other end. I think our closeout defense could be better, but we got to stop that perimeter drive a little better, because if we have to help too much, then it opens up three-point shots. And you can live with a 2 now and then, but you don't want to get them going from 3.
Central Noble will get it first to begin the second half. Inbound pass from Allwine comes into Deck. Deck picks up his dribble, looking for help. He finds it in the corner. Good defense by Nick Rensberger on the steal. Good anticipation of that pass. Hales drives it, and it's deflected out of bounds as Deck got his hand in there. So it'll stay in the hands of Westview. Hales will inbound it down in the corner. He'll bounce pass it into Charlie Yoder, with Sawyer Yoder on him. Both teams with their original starting lineups. Ball intercepted by Zolman on the interior attempted pass there by Westview.
Yeah, there's that length again. We've had several entry passes that have been tipped or stolen tonight.
And we're going to have a, good save, but Charlie right there to intercept. He'll put it up and score.
Charlie shot so many shots in his life, that's easier than going in for a layup.
I think he could do it with his eyes closed. 14 points for Charlie now. 35-26. Westview is up by 9, now 7.
I think Coach wanted a push off that time on Esigian because Charlie gets called for that, and he was guarding him that time.
Yeah, that's true. Hales in the corner right side, feeds Charlie coming across the lane. He'll give it to Drew at a wide open 3. Passes it up to Rensberger. Now Charlie, he'll take the 3 and hit.
Yeah, Central Noble fell asleep on that skip pass that time. I think that's our first double-digit lead.
10 points. Charlie now with 17. 5 already in this second half. Sawyer from the corner left side. It's going to be long on the attempted 3, and Litweiler pulls down the rebound. He'll give it to Charlie. Wide open underneath is Rensberger. Waits for the traffic to clear, but he can't get the basket. Zolman with the rebound. He'll give off to Yoder. Sawyer Yoder drives against Josh. Misses the runner. Good defense by Josh. And he didn't pick up that 4th foul. Rensberger, right side, hands it off to Charlie. Charlie takes it into the lane and gives it up to Drew, and we have a traveling violation on Drew.
Yeah, I think they say he shuffled his feet when he went to pass that ball. So they were up 10. We have 2 possessions. Nick missed, well, you're not going to get any more open than that. And then we have a travel. So that's what makes coaches lose their hair right there.
Deck gets it down low, and we have an offensive foul called on Esigian as he got that pass from Deck, drove the baseline, and plowed right over Hales.
Was that Josh?
Or maybe it was.
I thought it was Josh.
Yeah, I think you're right. I looked up and I saw it looked like Elijah was getting up kind of slowly, but
that's only his first foul.
Wow.
Interesting, they've come out this half and they've run a couple of sets just for him.
Deck, a 6'1" senior, or junior rather. Josh goes up top to Hales, and now Drew Litweiler. He'll give off to Rensberger. Rensberger to Hales. He'll get it over to Drew, wide open off the baseline, but an air ball. Yoder gets the ball that was saved in bounds. He'll get it to Deck. Deck picks it up off the glass and good. Back to an 8-point ball game now. 38-30, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Litweiler inside. Charlie managed to find an opening in there and puts it in.
Nice play by Drew there. He had a couple of rough possessions in a row, but he came back and made a great pass there.
19 now for Charlie. Yoder down the baseline. He hits a wide open all wide, and he misses the long jumper. Esigian with a rebound. The putback's no good. Josh Ostetler now with a pass up court to Hales. Hales trying to drive on Zolman, and we have a whistle and a charging foul as the referee's going to call a forearm shiver.
Wow. There's our favorite referee again.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all I can say.
Second foul on Hales. Timeout is called by Central Noble with 4:32 to go in the third quarter. It's Westview 40 and Central Noble 30. And we'll keep it right here for this timeout. Yeah,
I mean, Zolman threw a saddle on him and rode him all the way from the hash mark. They're going to call a. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're allowed to use your arm to create a little space as long as you're not pushing off.
And
Sometimes
I think
referees just
more
want to
of
make the spectacular call, and
yeah, he's made most of the calls here tonight.
I think this is kind of a key stretch right now. We have had multiple possessions here where we could have taken a 12-point lead or even made it more, and we've not done that. So we need to keep clamping down on defense here and grit through some of this.
It's actually, looking back at that girls game, and it was kind of this way opposite. The Central Noble kind of let us get back into the ball game.
Yeah, exactly right.
Deck feeds underneath the all line, and he hits.
Yeah, just unexplainable right there.
Yeah. Rensberger inside. Litweiler hits Hales. Hales puts it on the floor and then passes it off to Charlie. He'll pop a three, and it won't go this time. Zolman with a rebound. Hands it off to Asigian. He'll go up court to Allwine and now to Deck, or rather Yoder.
Well, last time we turned down a 6-footer, a 15-footer, and took a 21-footer.
Yeah.
So our guys need to look to score.
Inside Zolman, we have a whistle and a foul before the shot. I didn't see that either, but
I think that's on Josh. That's his fourth.
Might have helped us. Well, not if it's Josh's fourth, but I think Zolman was going to score on that anyway. So now Elijah's moved into number 4 all time, passing Chandler Aspie in the scoring department. Only 3 Yoders ahead of him at that last basket. A foul underneath called on Westview.
I think they called that on Dennis.
Inbounding will be Deck. He lobs it into Yoder, and Yoder lays it in. They tried that earlier, and it didn't work. This time it did. Pass underneath to Wingard. He'll give it to Litweiler. Hales, now Yoder. 6-point ball game. And Jordan Schrock with a big jumper off the right side. That's a 3 for Jordan.
Well, that's great to see. We know he can hit it. He's just hesitant to shoot him. But that was the perfect time.
And now we have an offensive foul called on Deck. He lowered his shoulder, or Asigian rather. He lowered his shoulder, and it's our referee.
We'll take it
back there.
Well, Charlie did a nice job of moving his feet. I think probably in the scouting report, it almost looks like Asigian likes to go left more than he likes to go right. And so Charlie beat him to the spot that time. A left-hander ought to know how to guard that.
Exactly. Charlie, a left-hander himself. Wingard gets it out of trouble out front. Charlie now will drive it in, give it off to Hales, wide open on the right side. He hits.
Well, that's our biggest lead now. I think we finally got a little bit fired up. That's a travel.
46-34, Westview by 12. What I did with that other sheet, all my scorers on it. Charlie with it out front. They go to Hales, bounce passes it to Litweiler underneath. He'll work his way in, spins out, won't go through.
How many of those have we missed tonight?
Yeah. Yoder almost had his pocket picked from behind by Jordan Schrock. Shot is up and no good off the back of the rim by Deck, and back come the Warriors, trying to increase that 12-point lead. Yoder travels, took an extra hop there.
Well, what we're doing now is Charlie's bringing the ball up the court instead of Elijah, and he's kind of facilitating from there. Up until that turnover, we've had great shots, 4 straight trips. So we'll have to see how that continues.
46-34, 2:08 to go in the third quarter. With the ball is Caps. He'll get it left side to Zolman, and he's tripped up by Hales.
Well, whatever it takes to stop them, right?
I guess.
What's Zolman up to points-wise? He still just have 2, or did he scored this quarter?
He only has 2.
Okay.
We've held him down. He had that layup, but then there was a foul called on Josh before he got it to go. Deck gets it left side to Caps. And now a long 3 by Asiji, and it's short, but Sawyer Yoder with the rebound. The putback is batted away, but now they're going to get a foul called. I think Jordan picked that one up. And if it is, that's his first.
Well, it's kind of a frustrating game. We're up 12. We've had multiple possessions where this game could be over 20 right now, and we're just kind of scuffling. And it's an offensive rebound here, a missed layup there, a travel. But you know, they're kids. It's back-to-back, two long road trips in a row.
That's true.
And not everything goes smoothly every game, and that's where you need the mental toughness to just fight through it and keep playing.
Sawyer Yoder now with 8 points as he hits both free throws, reduces the Warrior lead to 10, 46-36. Jordan Schrock with it, right side, he'll go out front to Hales. Charlie. Litweiler. Bounce pass inside to Hales, double team, gives off to Schrock. Good job.
Yeah, and that's where Elijah, they have to double him in the post, and when they do, it's a layup almost every time.
Schrock with a steal. 60 seconds now to go in the third quarter. Westview with a 12-point lead and a chance to increase it here.
Looks like we're going spread here. Try to shorten the game and use our ball handling to our advantage here. One way to stop a quick shooting team from getting a lot of shots is to make them play defense.
That's true. So Hales now with it. Takes it down, brings it back out again. Jordan Schrock has hit his game high for his varsity career. He has 7 points tonight. He had 5 against Bethany in the first game this year. So he passes that. Lob inside for Charlie, and good job by Jordan. Grabbing it, trying to put it back up, is knocked out of bounds by Central Noble. They'll stay in the possession of Westview, and we have 0.8 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And that's enough time to catch and shoot.
It is.
No dribble, but you can catch and shoot it.
Lob inside, and it's not going to happen. Dennis did get the shot off, but I wouldn't have counted anyway. So we played 3 quarters now at Central Noble in this quarterfinal round of the Northeast Corner Conference Tournament for 2019, and the Warriors lead it by 12, 48-36 over Central Noble. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
And we're back, ready to start the fourth quarter. We have a score from, that was played at West Noble, right? Or yeah, right? Or was it Lakeland? Lakeland and West Noble were going at it tonight. I don't remember. Anyway, Lakeland with the advantage, 37-29.
Lakeland is on, yeah, it'd be at Lakeland.
And that's where the championship game will be played on Saturday night. We're going to make them play defense, Jamie.
Yeah, spread them out, make them come get you. There's no use forcing shots with a 12-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Litweiler out front. Goes to Charlie in the corner.
Another score we have from the NECC. Angola beat Cherubusco 48-26. So they advance.
No real surprise there.
Well, now there's only 7 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, we wasted a minute here.
Well, if they're not going to come out and get us, we'll just waste the rest of it.
That's right. Good ball movement by Westview.
Central Noble's starting to stand straight up on defense, so they're about ready to be done playing defense.
Charlie gets it again, but can't get it to go. But he's got 2 shots coming his way from the charity strike.
You can see that right before Charlie drove. Everybody on Central Noble standing straight up, not in a defensive stance anymore. And
oh, no, I didn't. Oh, that's right. I wrote it down. Dan was giving me the pizza winner, and I knew, and I forgot. Jill Hom, congratulations to you as Charlie hits his free throw. Jill's grandfather was in the video that you saw at halftime. Bud Hostetler recently passed away. Congratulations, Jill, and you were entitled to a free pizza from Shipsy Pizza. Air ball. Back come the Warriors now.
Coach telling them to slow it down.
(50-36), Westview by 14. 6:20 to go in the ball game. Hales on the right wing gives off to Litweiler.
A couple of things this does, it lets you keep your main guys in the game. There's not as many possessions. It's not as hard to pass the ball around as it is sprinting up and down the floor.
Charlie drives the baseline, hits a good high percentage shot underneath. And he now has 22 points tonight. He came in with a 21.5 point per game average.
Okay, well, right on the dot then.
The Asigian drives, the runner is no good. Offensive foul on Asigian, good defense by Dennis Wingert.
Well, one thing that, not one thing, but the thing that coaches emphasize all the time on our team is defense. And Central Noble came in averaging 70 points a game, and right now they're at half of that. Granted, the game's not over yet.
Pretty impressive.
But we've done a nice job in the second half of stopping those drives and making them work for everything. Their last 2 possessions have been a quick force shot and an offensive foul, and we're almost 3 minutes into the quarter.
Good strategy by the Warriors late in that third quarter and now continuing into the fourth quarter of this slow down offense where we're going pretty much 4 corners. Rensberger of Litweiler, not a Wingard, nearing the 5-minute mark to go in the ball game. And if the Warriors hold on, we'll be right back here on Friday night. Shots up off the glass again by Charlie, and good. 24 now for Charlie. Sawyer Yoder goes left side to Jacob Brose. To Asigian and now to Ridley Zolman. Now to Brose, long threes, no good. Rebound, Hales. Elijah drives all the way down and runs into Deck. Deck looked like he was shaken up a little bit there. Going to be a foul.
Looks like we've kind of taken the heart right out of Central Noble.
It does.
You know, they're just, what was it after 3? 48-36, so
Right.
Still in striking distance, especially with the way they shoot the ball. But we've come out here this
We haven't let them shoot.
quarter and started out on a 8-0 run.
Right. Elijah misses his first. Dennis comes out. Josh back in. Josh with 4 fouls. Really the only one in foul trouble for either team tonight. This one's short. Josh with a rebound. He'll give it to Charlie. Loses it, regains possession, gives to Drew.
Coach keeps yelling, out, out, out. He wants it high and he wants it wide.
Josh pulls it way out. Now Hales.
Central Noble's coming out farther now to guard us. They should open backdoor cuts up eventually.
Rensberger bounce passes it to Hales. Oh, you got a hold underneath on Esigian.
Well, that started to clear out the fans. The Fairfield Scouting Committee left as well. So,
well, we have them next Friday, I guess, right?
Yeah, they have several days to get ready for it.
Litweiler between the circles goes to Rensberger.
I don't think Drew has even scored tonight, Litweiler, but he's really, I think he's played a nice game. His length, I think, he doesn't get credit for his length and how much it helps stop plays from happening and passing angles. Does a nice job passing.
Yeah, he's played a good game.
Just a sound player.
Sharp knows the game. 54-36, 3:20 to go. Hales goes to Rensberger, back out to Hales, not a Litweiler. Charlie Yoder. Josh Hostetler. Back to Hales, and a good feed to Rensberger in the put in.
Yeah.
Half dozen now for Nick tonight. 20-point lead now for the Warriors. Almost a steal by Charlie. Jump shot by Esigian is good. 17 now for Esigian. They'll make that 15.
I don't think it hurts to send a little bit of message to, you know, we want to keep this score where it's at. You know, we didn't want them to, if it's a hard-fought game and we win by 5 or 7, you know, that gives them hope going into sectional.
Yeah, that's true.
And anything can happen, but when you're the favorite and you've been beaten repeatedly by a team by 40 and 25 and 20, you go in not as confident as if you've only had a couple possessions from victory. So this is exactly what we needed here in the fourth quarter to put some distance between the two.
Good point. 18-point lead for Westview right now. 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go in this ball game. And we have a full timeout in progress right now.
I think what I like most, what I've seen of our guys tonight, is things have not gone really well.
Right.
Okay, just not really well. But our mental toughness we didn't let down on defense. We've held them to, what, 12 points this half? Hit 26 at halftime. Yeah, 12 points this half.
Yeah.
And so our defense has just dug in. You know, that's like in football where they say, oh, when you go on the road, you take your defense and kicking game. That can always be there. Sometimes your offense isn't going to look pretty. You're going to miss shots and so forth. But our defense has been there. We're working hard on that end, and it's frustrated Central Noble, and it's starting to manifest itself here in the fourth.
So after the timeout, Westview's inbounding. Litweiler gets it into Hales, and Bro is guarding him. More fans start to file out of the Central Noble gym as we approach the 9 o'clock hour. Litweiler to Hales, and he's fouled from behind by Jacob Bros.
See that? That'd be 1-1. So a chance for Elijah to get off the schneid, so as they say. He's what, 0 for 6 tonight?
Yeah, this is his 6th attempt.
This is his 6th attempt. He's 0 for 5.
Yep, there he is.
It's amazing how basketball works. You know, you can hit 12 in a row and you think you can throw it in from anywhere, and then you miss a couple in a row, all of a sudden it looks like you're shooting at a thimble.
Yeah.
I always try to tell my son when he's struggling with confidence, if you put the rim on the floor, Esigian missed a shot there, you can actually fit 3 basketballs in there at once.
All right. That's what, a former coach used to tell us.
And so think of it that way, and you think, wow, I'm shooting at a bigger hoop than it looks.
Yeah, it does help mentally. Good feed from Hales to Yoder. Charlie now with 26. 60-38. Zolman, quick shot off the baseline is good for a 2. His 4th point tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks like Central Noble's about to make a line change over there.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Everybody off the bench except Sawyer Yoder, who came out.
I think all we've shot this quarter is layups and free throws.
That's true. Hales now with 12 points. And as Dan reminded me earlier, he did go up to, what, 4th on the scoring list tonight. He was 2 behind Chandler Raspy coming in. Or 1 behind, actually. And now he's ahead of Chandler, and he has Ryan Yoder, Rusty Yoder, and Gary Yoder ahead of him.
We got the Yoder blockade above him yet.
Yeah, and it's quite a blockade.
Yeah.
And now both teams will unload their bench. Josh out, Elijah out, Drew out, Charlie out. We got Ben Burkett in. We got Tim Brandenberger. We have Luke Miller and Blake Egley. Rensberger, the lone original starter, out on the court, shooting free throws. And he hit them both. I think he hit them both.
Yeah, hit them both.
8. Nick finishes the game with 8 points tonight.
And now we're only, 1 point away from the margin of victory in our last game with them.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I thought this might be a closer game. Capps is fouled as he drives it down the lane, and he'll be shooting 2. Foul goes against, I think it was on Luke. Yep, his first. Capps hits a free throw. He has 5 points tonight, 64-41, 1:24 to go in the ball game. Second shot, it goes as well. So what do we do in practice tomorrow?
Well, they'll probably watch a little bit of film, scout the next opponent, do more of a shoot around than anything. I doubt we'll do a lot of practice, and maybe if there's some certain drill that we want to do, we can. But you don't want to, they're going to need a little bit of rest.
Right.
Don't work them too hard. That's why it's good. Last night the starters essentially played half the game.
Right.
Tonight they had a hard fought for most of the game, but they just kind of feels different if you end the game on the bench watching and resting.
You got to anticipate having 2 more this week.
And then so we'll get ready for either Lakeland or West Noble.
Maybe we'll get an update on that Lakeland West Noble score. Blake Egley gets it to Ben Burkett. 20 seconds to go in the ball game now. Might end it like we did last night if Blake doesn't give it up, but he probably will.
You better give it up or you're going to get 5 seconds.
He will. Ball stolen away, deflected off of Luke's body, and driving it in was Austin Kugler, and he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line shooting a couple of free throws.
Well, the thing they did that last trip down, they didn't penetrate past 5 feet inside the 3-point or half court line, and so eventually you just kind of got all bottled up there. And
Kugler hits his free throw. He'll get 1 more. 64-43. 1.4 seconds to go in this ball game. In and out, and that's going to do it. The Westview Warriors advance in the Northeast Corner Conference tournament for 2019 as they advance to semifinal action on Friday night against either Lakeland or West Noble, and we'll try to get a final on that game before we leave here tonight. Final score 64-43, Westview victorious. And Jamie will be back with scoring right after this timeout.
Have you ever been unpleasantly surprised by a purchase and wish you had done more investigation before buying? Gold Key Home Inspections is here to help give you peace of mind about one of your largest investments, your home. Our inspectors are trained to expertly evaluate all aspects of your potential home and give you information to use in making an informed decision. Don't gamble on your future. Give Gold Key Home Inspections a call today to set up your appointment. Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years. When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
Back at Westview High School with, we're not at Westview, we're at Central Noble. 64-43 the final. Let's look at the individual scoring real quick. Dennis Wingard had 2, Charlie Yoder ended with 26, Elijah had 12, Jordan Schrock had 7, Josh Hostetler had 7, and Nick Rensberger added 8. For Central Noble, Nick Allwine had 2, Lucas Deck had 7, Connor Asijian had 11 in the first half, but only finished with 15. Sawyer Yoder had 8, Ridley Zolman 4, and Caps, I'm not sure his first name. Carson Caps added 6. Oops. So scoring by quarters, Westview 16-13, 17-13, 15-10, and 16-7. So second half, 31-17, put them away, did what we needed to do. Ground through it, and now it's on to Lakeland or West Noble.
Yep, we don't have an update on that. The last score we had was 37-29. Lakeland was leading West Noble, and I think that was a halftime score. Would that be right?
Yeah.
It sounds about right.
And Angola beat Busco 58-40.
Yeah, all right. So those 2 updates, and we did announce the winner of our pizza contest tonight, trivia contest. Congratulations once again to Jill Hom. By the way, the answer was Garrett High School. Garrett was actually originally in the conference a long time ago, and then they dropped out, and then they came back in. I don't know, it's been several years ago now. Yep. But Garrett is the newest team, I guess you'd say, in the Northeast Corner Conference. So that was our answer to tonight's trivia question. And Jill Hom was the first one to call in, so congratulations, Jill. Glad you were with us tonight. Final score again,
64-43.
All right, Westview a winner, and they will move on to semifinal action on Friday night. We will bring you that game. We won't have the girls game on because the girls were defeated tonight 50-40 by Central Noble, but we will bring you the Westview boys game on Friday night against either Lakeland or West Noble. Tonight's streaming broadcast of Westview Warrior basketball at LaguanaMedia.com has been made possible by the following business sponsors: the Blue Gate Restaurant in Shipshewana, by Mike's Automotive Service in Topeka, by Fur May Funeral Home in LaGrange, also by Hyde Auto Body in LaGrange, Topeka Do It Best Hardware, and also Topeka Pharmacy, by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, also by Weaver Furniture in Shipshewana. Also by Jerry Standard over in Middlebury, the hometown treasure. Yoder Insurance Company in Shipshewana. Quality Floor in Topeka. By Frontline Auto Tech in Shipshewana. Also in Shipshewana, Yoder Shipshewana Hardware, Troyer's Saddlery. And our halftime trivia contest is brought to you each and every game by Shipsy Pizza. Our individual sponsors were Dan and Don Byler, John and Leslie Cook, Tim and Donna Height, Jerry and Fran Hostetler, Josiah and Candace Barker, Jim and Liz Stump, Tim and Kim Taylor, and Roger and Esther Winger. And tonight's tournament sponsors were Ace Hardware in Topeka, Middlebury Produce, Topeka, New Holland, also by Alpha Building Center in Shipshewana, by Lake City Bank, by Save-A-Lot in Topeka, and by Topeka Seed and Stone. So for our camera operator tonight, Eric Hart, our statistician Dan Byler, our technical engineer Justin Geigley, and our color commentator Jamie Miller. This is Jerry Hostetler. Good night, everyone.